The FV4034 Challenger 2, mod designation CR2, is a British main battle tank, MBT, in service with the armies of the United Kingdom and Oman. It was designed and built by the British company Vickers Defence Systems, now known as BAE Systems Land and Armaments. Vickers Defence Systems began to develop a successor to Challenger 1 as a private venture in 1986. A £90 million deal for a demonstrator vehicle was finalised in January 1989. In June 1991, the Ministry of Defence placed a £520 million order for 140 vehicles, with a further 268 ordered in 1994. Production began in 1993 and the unit's tanks were delivered in July 1994, replacing the Challenger 1. The tank entered service with the British Army in 1998, with the last delivered in 2002. It is expected to remain in service until 2035. The Royal Army of Oman ordered 18 Challenger 2s in 1993 and a further 20 tanks in November 1997. The Challenger 2 is an extensive redesign of the Challenger 1. Although the hull and automotive components seem similar, they are of a newer design and build than those of the Challenger 1 and only around 3% of components are interchangeable. A visual recognition feature is the armored housing for the TOG's thermal gun sight. The Challenger 2 has this above the gun barrel, the Challenger 1 has it at the right-hand side of the turret. The tank's drive system provides a 550 km range, with a maximum road speed of 59 km per hour. The Challenger 2 is equipped with a 120 mm, 4.7 in, 55 caliber long L-30A1 tank gun, the successor to the L-11 gun used on the Chieftain and Challenger 1. Unique among NATO main battle tank armament, the L-30A1 is rifled, because the British Army continues to place a premium on the use of high-explosive squash-head, HESH, rounds in addition to armor-piercing fin-stabilized discarding sabot rounds. The Challenger 2 is also armed with a L-94A1X34 7.62 mm chain gun and a 7.62 mm L-37A2, GPMG, machine gun. 50 main armament rounds and 4,200 rounds of 7.62 mm ammunition are carried. The Challenger 2 has a 4-man crew. The turret and hull are protected with second-generation Cobham armor, also known as Dorchester. On one occasion, in August 2006, during the post-invasion stage of the Iraq War, an RPG-29 was fired at a Challenger 2 that was climbing over a ramp. The armor on its front underside hull, which was augmented with an explosive reactive armor package, was damaged, injuring several crew members. The tank subsequently returned to base under its own power and was quickly repaired and back on duty the following day. As a response to the incident, the explosive reactive armor package was replaced with a Dorchester block and the steel underbelly lined with armor as part of the Street Fighter upgrade. To date, the only time the tank has ever been seriously damaged during operations was by another Challenger 2 in a blue-on-blue, friendly fire, incident when the damaged tank had its hatch open at the time of the incident. It has seen operational service in Bosnia, Kosovo, and Iraq. History. The Challenger 2 is the third vehicle of this name, the first being the A-30 Challenger, a World War II design using the Cromwell tank chassis with a 17-pounder gun. The second was the Persian Gulf War-era Challenger 1, which was the British Army's main battle tank, MBT, from the early 1980s to the mid-1990s. Vickers Defence Systems began to develop a successor to Challenger 1 as a private venture in 1986. Following the issue of a staff requirement for a next-generation tank, Vickers formally submitted its plans for Challenger 2 to the Ministry of Defence, MOD. Secretary of State for Defence George Younger announced to the House of Commons that Vickers would receive a £90 million contract for a demonstrator vehicle, a deal that was finalised in January 1989. The demonstration phase contained 3 milestones for progress, with dates of September 1989, March 1990, and September 1990. At the last of these milestones, Vickers was to have met 11 key criteria for the tank's design. In June 1991, after competition with other tank manufacturers' designs, including the M1A2 Abrams and the Leopard 2, improved, the MOD placed a £520 million order for 127 MBTs and 13 driver training vehicles. An order for a further 259 tanks and 9 driver trainers, worth £800 million, was placed in 1994. Oman ordered 18 Challenger 2s in 1993 and a further 20 tanks in November 1997. Production began in 1993 at 2 primary sites, Elswick, Tyne, and Ware and Barnbow, Leeds, although over 250 subcontractors were involved. The first tanks were delivered in July 1994. The Challenger 2 successfully completed its reliability growth trial in 1994. 3 vehicles were tested for 285 simulated battlefield days. Each day consisted of 27 kilometers, 17 miles, of on-road travel, 33 kilometers, 21 miles, of off-road travel, 34 main armament rounds fired, 1007.62 milligrams rounds fired, 16 hours weapon system operation, 10 hours main engine idling, 3.5 hours main engine running. An equally important milestone was the in-service reliability demonstration, ISRD, in 1999. 12 fully crewed tanks were tested at the Bovington test tracks and at Lulworth Bindon ranges. The tank exceeded all staff requirements. The Challenger 2 entered service with the British Army in 1998, with the Royal Scots Dragoon Guards, with the last delivered in 2002. It serves with the Queen's Royal Hussars, the King's Royal Hussars and the Royal Tank Regiment, each of which is the tank regiment of an armoured infantry brigade. Under Army 2020, only 3 Challenger 2 tank regiments will remain, the Queen's Royal Hussars, the King's Royal Hussars and the Royal Tank Regiment. A single Army Reserve Regiment, the Royal Wessex Yeomanry, will provide reservist Challenger crews to the regular regiments. Deliveries of the Challenger 2 to Oman were completed in 2001. The Trojan minefield breaching vehicle and the Titan bridge-laying vehicle based on the chassis of the Challenger 2 were shown in November 2006. 66 are to be supplied by Base Systems to the Royal Engineers, at a cost of £250 million. A British military document from 2001 indicated that the British Army would not procure a replacement for the Challenger 2 because of a lack of foreseeable conventional threats in the future. However, IHS Janes 360 reported on September 20, 2015 that following discussions with senior Army officers and procurement officials at DSEI 2015, as well as the head of the British Army, General Sir Nick Carter, that the British Army was looking at either upgrading the Challenger 2 or outright replacing it. Sources confirmed that the future of the MBT was being considered at the highest levels of the Army. This stemmed from the British Army's concern with the new Russian T-14 Armata main battle tank and the growing ineffectiveness of the aging L-30 rifled gun and its limited suite of ammunition. Further, it was confirmed that numerous armored vehicle manufacturers had discussions with the MOD about a potential replacement for the Challenger 2. Shortly after, the British Army decided that purchasing a new tank would be too expensive and chose to proceed with the Challenger 2 Life Extension Project, LEP. It is expected to remain in service until 2025. Maintenance and overhaul of the Challenger 2s is currently undertaken by Babcock Defence Support Group, and design authority for the tank is held by Base Systems. Design. Armament. The Challenger 2 is equipped with a 120 mm, 4.7 in, 55 caliber long L-30A1 tank gun, the successor to the L-11 gun used on Chieftain and Challenger 1. The gun is made from high-strength electroslag remelting, ESR, steel with a chromium alloy lining and, like earlier British 120 mm guns, it is insulated by a thermal sleeve. It is fitted with a muzzle reference system and fume extractor, and is controlled by an all-electric control and stabilization system. The turret has a rotation time of 9 seconds through 360 degrees. Uniquely among NATO main battle tank armament, the L-30A1 is rifled and along with its predecessor, Royal Ordnance L-11A5, the only third-generation main battle tank guns to use a rifled barrel. This is because the British Army continues to place a premium on the use of high-explosive squash head, HESH, rounds in addition to armor-piercing fin-stabilized discarding sabot rounds. HESH rounds have a longer range, up to 8 kilometers or 5 miles further, than APSTs, and are more effective against buildings and thin-skinned vehicles. 49 main armament rounds are carried in the turret and hull. These are a mix of L-27A1 APSTs, also referred to as Charm 3, L-31 HESH and L-34 white phosphorus smoke rounds, depending on the situation. As with earlier versions of the 120mm gun, the propellant charges are loaded separately from the shell or K projectile. A combustible rigid charge is used for the APSTs rounds, and a combustible hemispherical bag charge for the HESH and smoke rounds. An electrically fired vent tube is used to initiate firing of the main armament rounds. The main armament ammunition is thus described to be three-part ammunition, consisting of the projectile, charge and vent tube. The separation of ammunition pieces also aids in ensuring lower chances of ammunition detonation. The Challenger 2 is also armed with a L-94A1 chain gun X-34 7.62mm chain gun coaxially to the left of the main gun, and a 7.62mm L-37A2, GPMG, machine gun mounted on a pintle on the loader's hatch ring. 4,200 rounds of 7.62mm ammunition are carried. The Challenger can also mount a Leonardo Enforcer remote control weapons system bearing a 7.62mm L-37A2, GPMG, machine gun, a 12.7mm heavy machine gun or a 40mm automatic grenade launcher. Fire control and sights. The digital fire control computer from Computing Devices Co. of Canada contains two 32-bit processors with a MIL STD1553B databus, and has capacity for additional systems, such as a battlefield information control system. The commander has a panoramic Sagem VS 580-10 gyro-stabilized sight with laser rangefinder. Elevation ranges and 35 degree to 35 degree. The commander's station is equipped with 8 periscopes for 360 degrees vision. The Thermal Observation and Gunnery Sight 2, TOGS 2, from Thales, provides night vision. The thermal image is displayed on both the gunner's and commander's sights and monitors. The gunner has a stabilized primary sight using a laser rangefinder with a range of 200 meters 660 feet to 10 kilometers, 6.2 miles. The driver's position is equipped with a Thales Optronics Image Intensifying Passive Driving Periscope, PDP, for night driving and a rear-view thermal camera. Protection. The Challenger 2 is one of the most heavily armored and best protected tanks in the world. The turret and hull are protected by second generation of Cobham armor, also known as Dorchester, the details of which are classified but which is said to be more than twice as strong as steel. Crew safety was paramount in the design, using a solid-state electric drive for its turret and gun movement, thus removing the traditional risk of hydraulic rupture into the crew compartment. Explosive reactive armor kits are also fitted as necessary along with additional bar armor. The nuclear, biological, and chemical, NBC, protection system is located in the turret bustle. The tank's shape is also designed to minimize its radar signature. On each side of the turret are 5 L8 smoke grenade dischargers. The Challenger 2 can also create smoke by injecting diesel fuel into the exhaust manifolds. Drive system. The tank's drive system comprises engine, Perkins 26.1 liter, 60 degrees V, twin turbocharged, CV12-6A 4-stroke direct injection diesel engine delivering 1200 bhp, 895 kilowatts, at 2300 rpm. Torque 4126 nanometers at 1700 rpm. The engine and gearbox are controlled by a Petard's Vehicle Integrated Control System, VIX. Gearbox, David Brown Santasolo TN54E epicyclical transmission, 6 FWD, 2 rev, rated at 1200 bhp and upgradable to 1500 bhp. Suspension, Horstmann Defense System 2nd Generation Hydrogas. Track, William Cook Defense Hydraulically Adjustable TR6414 double pin. Maximum speed, 37 miles per hour, 60 kilometers per hour, on road, 25 miles per hour, 40 kilometers per hour, cross country. Range, 280 miles or 450 km on road, 156 miles, 250 kilometers, cross country, on internal fuel. The tank is also fitted with an ESWAPU, auxiliary power unit, also referred to as a GU, based around a 38 kW Perkins P404C22 diesel engine which can be used to power the vehicle's electrical systems when it is stationary and the main engine is switched off. This replaces the Perkins P4.108 engine fitted when the tank was first introduced. The use of an APU allows for reduced fuel consumption and lowers the audio and thermal signature of the vehicle. As of 2013, the British Army has, at various events featuring the Challenger 2, begun to state the range of 550 kilometers. They have also publicly stated a maximum road speed of 59 kilometers per hour while equipped with 15 tons of additional modules. Crew and accommodation. The British Army maintained its requirement for a 4-man crew, including a loader, after risk analysis of the incorporation of an automatic loader suggested that auto-loaders reduced battlefield survivability. Mechanical failure and the time required for repair were prime concerns. Similar to every British tank since the Centurion, and most other British AFVs, Challenger 2 contains a boiling vessel, BV, for water, which can be used to brew tea, produce other hot beverages and heat boil-in-the-bag meals contained in field ration packs. This BV requirement is general for armoured vehicles of the British Armed Forces, and is unique to the armed forces of the UK and India. Operational history. The Challenger 2 had been used in peacekeeping missions and exercises before, but its first combat use came in March 2003 during the invasion of Iraq. 7th Armoured Brigade, part of 1st Armoured Division, was in action with 120 Challenger 2s around Basra. The type saw extensive use during the siege of Basra, providing fire support to the British forces and knocking out Iraqi tanks, mainly T-54/55s. The problems that had been identified during the large Saif Saria 2 exercise, held 18 months earlier, had been solved by the issuing of urgent operational requirements for equipment such as sand filters, and so during the invasion of Iraq the tank's operational availability was improved. During the 2003 invasion of Iraq, the Challenger 2 tank suffered no tank losses to Iraqi fire, although one was penetrated by an improvised explosive device, IED. This was, at the time, unprotected by Dorchester armor. The driver was injured. In one encounter within an urban area, a Challenger 2 came under attack from irregular forces with machine guns and rocket-propelled grenades. The driver's sight was damaged, and while attempting to back away under the commander's directions, the other sights were damaged and the tank threw its tracks, entering a ditch. It was hit by 14 rocket-propelled grenades from close range and a Milan anti-tank missile. The crew survived, safe within the tank until it was recovered for repairs, the worst damage being to the sighting system. It was back in operation 6 hours later. One Challenger 2 operating near Basra survived being hit by 70 RPGs in another incident. In August 2006, southeast of Al Amara, southern Iraq, an RPG-29 capable of firing a tandem charge penetrated the frontal lower underbelly armor of a Challenger 2 commanded by Captain Thomas Williams of the Queen's Royal Hussars. The tank, which had already been hit by 10 to 15 RPGs, small arms, and sniper fire, was attempting to draw fire away from another call sign that had become stricken. Its driver, Trooper Sean Chance, lost part of his foot in the blast, 2 more of the crew were slightly injured. Chance was able to reverse the vehicle 1.5 miles, 2.4 kilometers, to the regimental aid post despite his injuries. The incident was not made public until May 2007, in response to accusations that crews had been told the tank was impervious to the insurgents' weapons. The MOD said, "We have never claimed that the Challenger 2 is impenetrable." Since then, the explosive reactive armor has been replaced with a Dorchester block and the steel underbelly lined with armor as part of the Street Fighter upgrade as a direct response to this incident. 2 Challenger 2s have been damaged in combat, but only one has been destroyed. March 25, 2003, a friendly fire, blue-on-blue, incident in Basra in which 1 Challenger 2 of the Black Watch Battle Group, 2nd Royal Tank Regiment, mistakenly engaged another Challenger 2 of the Queen's Royal Lancers after detecting what was believed to be an enemy flanking maneuver on thermal equipment. The attacking tank's second HESH round hit the open commander's hatch lid of the QRL tank, sending hot fragments into the turret, killing 2 crew members. The hit caused a fire that eventually led to an explosion of the stowed ammunition, destroying the tank. It remains the only Challenger 2 to be destroyed on operations. April 6, 2007, in Basra, Iraq, a shaped charge from an IED penetrated the underside of a tank, resulting in the driver losing 3 of his toes and causing minor injuries to another soldier. To help prevent incidents of this nature, Challenger 2s have been upgraded with a new passive armor package, including the use of add-on armor manufactured by Rafael Advanced Defense Systems of Israel. When deployed on operations, the Challenger 2 is now normally upgraded to TES, Theater Entry Standard, which includes a number of modifications including armor and weapons system upgrades. Upgrades and variants. CLIP. The Challenger Lethality Improvement Program, CLIP, was a program to replace the current L30A1 rifled gun with the smoothbore Rheinmetall 120mm gun currently used in the Leopard 2A6. The use of a smoothbore weapon would have allowed Challenger 2 to use NATO standard ammunition developed in Germany and the US. This includes tungsten-based kinetic energy penetrators, which do not have the same political and environmental objections as depleted uranium rounds. The production lines for rifled 120mm ammunition in the UK have been closed for some years, so existing stocks of ammunition for the L30A1 are finite. In 2009, a new HESH round manufactured in Belgium by Mekar has been trialed. This means that the Challenger 2 now has available new tungsten fin, APSTs, and HESH rounds, if and when required, which secures a line of ammunition for its 55 caliber rifled main gun, the L30, when required in the future. A single Challenger 2 was fitted with the L55 and underwent trials in January 2006. The smoothbore gun is the same length as the L30A1, and is fitted with the rifled gun's cradle, thermal sleeve, bore evacuator and muzzle reference system. Early trials apparently revealed that the German tungsten DM53 round was more effective than the depleted uranium Charm 3. The ammunition storage and handling arrangements will need to be changed to cater for the single-piece smoothbore rounds, instead of the separate loading rifled rounds. In 2006, a figure of £386 million was estimated to fit all Challengers in the British Army with the Rheinmetall 120mm gun. CSP. Other improvements have also been considered, including a regenerative NBC protection system. In addition, several Challenger 2s had the pintle-mounted GPMG on the loader's crew hatch replaced with a remote-controlled turret, allowing the loader to operate the weaponry without having to expose himself to enemy fire. In May 2007, the Ministry of Defence's Future Systems Group invited BAES to tender for the Challenger 2 Capability Sustainment Program, C2CSP, which combined all upgrades into one program. However, by mid-2008, the program was in danger of slipping, or even being cancelled, as a result of defense budget shortfalls. CLEP. The Challenger 2 Life Extension Program, LEP, is designed to replace obsolete equipment, enhance protection, increase range, and provide improved lethality of the tank until an out-of-service date of 2035, extending its life from 2025. The LEP forms the major component of the Armor MBT 2025 program. In July 2013, it was confirmed that the Challenger 2 Life Extension Program, LEP, was in the concept stage and would be in initial gate by 2014, this later slipped to early 2015. In June 2014, it was stated that not all of the 227 Challenger 2s may be modified to CLEP standard and the smoothbore cannon had been dropped. A Royal Tank Regiment, RTR, newsletter dated December 2015 stated that the LEP includes managing to curb obsolescence in several turret systems, including TI sights, the Fire Control Computer, FCC, and electronic architecture in turret. Improved technology will be integrated as a new system on the platform, which will deliver more accurate engagements at range and improved FCC power, meaning that CR2 will remain a battle-winning asset out to the extended out-of-service date. Parallel work strands will provide extensions to virtual training systems, deliver improved live fire monitoring equipment, LFME, and work is ongoing to develop improved 120mm ammunition. The full scope of the LEP is indicated as being broken down into 4 areas: surveillance and target acquisition, updated commander's primary sight, updated gunner's primary sight, replacement thermal observation and gunnery sights, TOGs, and third-generation thermal imaging, TI. Weapon control system, fire control computer, FCC, fire control panel, FCP, and gun processing unit, GPU. Mobility, through in-service efficiencies: third generation, Horstmann, hydrogas suspension, improved air filtration, CV12 common rail fuel injection, transmission and cooling. Electronic architecture, modernized electronics, gunners control handles, video distribution architecture, generic vehicle architecture, GVA, compliant interfaces, increased onboard processing and improved human-machine interface, HMI. A recent Ministry of Defense document also identified a soft kill defensive aid system, the German MUS, for the Challenger 2. Active Protection Systems, APS, for armoured vehicles in the UK Armed Forces, including the Challenger 2, are being assessed by the UK Defence Science and Technical Laboratory, DSTL, as part of the Medusa Technical Assessment Programme. This includes the MUS system. In 2017 a Challenger 2 was also fitted with the Rheinmetall Rosi Rapid Obscurant System, including parts from the Israeli Military Industries, IMI, Iron Fist Hardkill APS for development and assessment by the DSTL. In January 2016 it was reported by IHS Janes that the UK's Defence Equipment and Support, DENS, organization had received a number of replies to its pre-qualification questionnaire, PQQ, for the projected Challenger 2 MBT Life Extension Program, LEP, which aims to extend the life of the Challenger 2 out to 2035. In addition to Base Systems Combat Vehicles, UK, which is the original equipment manufacturer, OEM, contenders were stated to include Rheinmetall and Krauss-Maffei-Wegmann of Germany, General Dynamics Land Systems UK, Lockheed Martin UK, CMI Defence of Belgium, and RUAG Defence of Switzerland. Around this time a separate 2-year contract was awarded to Base Systems and Krauss-Maffei-Wegmann to develop an update to the bridging variant, in part to address the increase in weight of the Challenger 2 from 62.5 t to 75 t arising from upgrades made during the Iraq campaign. Final bids for the upgrade program were submitted on August 11. The LEP will see the replacement of most of the tank's electronics, including its sighting systems, but does not envisage a major upgrade of the vehicle's drive systems or replacement of the 120mm L30A1 rifled gun. Full bidder confirmation was not available at this time. On November 2, 2016 it was reported that teams led by Rheinmetall Land System and Base Systems had been chosen as preferred bidders for the assessment phase of the LEP by the UK MOD. The two contracts are on track to be signed by the end of this year, triggering a 24-month assessment program ahead of selection of a winning proposal in 2019. The MOD are investing £53 million in the assessment phase. Each contractors receive £23 million, with an additional £7 million being set aside to cover additional, unspecified work. The Rheinmetall Consortium includes BMT, Pearson Engineering, Soot Packet, and Thales UK, and includes an option to retrofit Rheinmetall's 120mm L55 smoothbore gun should additional funds be made available. The BAE team includes General Dynamics UK, Kinetic, Leonardo, Moog, and Safran. Also bidding for the LEP were teams headed by CMI Defence, Belgium, Krauss-Maffei-Wegmann, Germany, Lockheed Martin UK, and RUAG Defence, Switzerland. It is expected the LEP modernization program could be worth around £650 million, $802 million, to the eventual winner. On December 22, 2016, an assessment phase award was awarded to BAE Systems and Rheinmetall Land System GmbH to progress the Challenger 2 life extension project. In order to maintain the effectiveness of the thermal imaging system prior to the award and implementation of the CR2 LEP, an interim £15.4 million Challenger 2 thermal imaging sustainment project was awarded to BAE Systems on December 15, 2017 to demonstrate and manufacture a suitable interim solution separate to that incorporated in the LEP. Titan. The Titan armored bridge layer is based on aspects of the Challenger 2 running gear and will replace the Chieftain armored vehicle launched bridge, CHAVLB. The Titan came into service in 2006 with the Royal Engineers, with 33 in service. Titan can carry a single 26-meter long bridge or two 12-meter long bridges. It can also be fitted with a bulldozer blade. Trojan. The Trojan Armored Vehicle Royal Engineers is a combat engineering vehicle designed as a replacement for the Chieftain AVRE, CHAVRE. It uses the Challenger 2 chassis, and carries an articulated excavator arm, a dozer blade, and attachment rails for fascines. Entering service in 2007, 33 were produced. Challenger 2E. The Challenger 2E is an export version of the tank. It has a new integrated weapon control and battlefield management system, which includes a gyro-stabilized panoramic Sagem MVS 580 day/thermal sight for the commander and Sagem Savin 15 gyro-stabilized day/thermal sight for the gunner, both with ISAF laser rangefinder. This allows hunter/killer operations with a common engagement sequence. An optional servo-controlled overhead weapons platform can be slaved to the commander's side to allow operation independent from the turret. The power pack has been replaced by a new 1500 HP, 1100 kilowatts, Euro power pack with a transversely mounted MTU MT883 diesel engine coupled to Renk HSWL 295TM automatic transmission. The increase in both vehicle performance and durability is significant. The smaller volume but more powerful Euro power pack additionally incorporates as standard a cooling system and air intake filtration system proved in desert use. The free space in the hull is available for ammunition stowage or for fuel, increasing the vehicle's range to 550 kilometers, 340 miles. This power pack was previously installed on the French Leclerc tanks delivered to the UAE as well as the recovery tank version of the Leclerc in service with the French Army. Further developed versions of the Euro power pack have more recently been installed in the latest serial-produced Korean K2 Black Panther tank as well as the new Turkish Altay tank. BAES announced in 2005 that development and export marketing of 2E would stop. This has been linked by the media to the failure of the 2E to be selected for the Hellenic Army in 2002, a competition won by the Leopard 2. CRARV. The Challenger Armored Repair and Recovery Vehicle, CRARV, is an armored recovery vehicle based on the Challenger 1 hull and designed to repair and recover damaged tanks on the battlefield. It has 5 seats but usually carries a crew of 3 soldiers from the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers, REM, of the recovery mechanic and vehicle mechanic/technician trades. There is room in the cabin for 2 further passengers, e.g. crew members of the casualty vehicle, on a temporary basis. The size and performance are similar to the MBT, but instead of armament it is fitted with a main winch with 50 tons force pull in a 1:1 configuration or 98 tons force pull using an included pulley in a 2:1 configuration and anchor point on the vehicle, plus a small auxiliary winch to aid in deploying the main winch rope. Atlas crane capable of lifting 6,500 kilograms, 14,300 pounds, at a distance of 4.9 meters 16 feet, this is sufficient to lift a Challenger 2 power pack. In order to improve the flexibility and supplement the transportation power packs around the battlefield, the British Army procured a quantity of dedicated Craiov high mobility trailers, Craiov HMT. Each Craiov HMT enables a Craiov to transport a single, Challenger, Titan, or Trojan, power pack or 2 Warrior power packs by altering the configuration of dedicated fixtures and attachment of fittings. Dozer blade to act as an earth anchor/stabilizer, or in obstacle clearance and fire position preparation. Large set of recovery and heavy repair tools including a man-portable ultrathermic cutting system with an underwater cutting capability and a man-portable welding solution. The design prototype is on display at the Ream Museum in Lenieham, Wiltshire. Operators: United Kingdom, British Army 408 delivered, 227 still in service, including 59 used for training or held in reserve. Oman, Royal Army of Oman 38 sent. Accidents. On June 14, 2017 a Challenger 2 from the Royal Tank Regiment suffered an ammunition explosion during live firing exercises at the Ministry of.
Please subscribe and thanks for watching.